Alright, dudes. We're on support week. This is day number 1. I guess it's not even really a week. It's 4 days. But you know where I'm going with this. This is the first hero that I got around to. Tyrande is generally strong in the meta right now. She, I feel like, is more good in the hands of higher level players and professionals, obviously. She, if you're not on top of your auto attacking and your CC follow up with this hero, I believe that she does suffer in a solo support setting. But the map that we're going into is Battlefield of Eternity. I had first picked, I wanted to play support, and this hero just made perfect sense for that map and to kind of free up my team to make some of their own decisions. It worked out really well, I think. So we'll hop into this game. I'll try and learn you a thing or two, but generally Tyrande is more of a sustained heal type of healer. Not as much bursty heals, but she does put out a lot of healing in any given team fight. So I do think she is very strong. I also think it takes a very strong player to play her effectively. And you also have to have a kind of a decent understanding of how to move and shoot. So let's hop in this shit. Let's get some knowledge and maybe make a couple plays. I fixed the problem. I did it. We have the top bar back now with all the talent picks and the peoples on really just the easiest place to find them. Thank fucking God. Alright, so these are the drafts. This is support week, in case that wasn't mentioned previously. But this was a BOE draft. Tyrande was I magically got first pick somehow. So I took her immediately because of Battlefield of Eternity, and that was really it. Tyrande really strong in the high-level competitive meta right now, but in unranked draft, I'm not real sure what I was expecting. I wanted her to have the immortal damage at the very least, help my team get some decent traction there, but apart from that, my comp doesn't exactly fit super well with her. So that's the thing. Anyway, get that out of the way. There's the camera lock. Okay, so I took the stun removal at level 1. That is going to be helping us out with those Murd and Storm Bolts if I'm fast enough to catch them. Also works on the immortal stuns when you're fighting around that. Tyrande has 2 charges of Q, so those are made shorter by your auto attacks too, which you're going to be doing a lot of when you're in those like mid lane team fights. So technically, we should have a lot of ability to remove stuns, which is super nice considering they can really lead to a lot of kills for the enemy team. Genji just floating around in the middle lane for some ungodly reason. Rainer's too far back there to gank. I mean, I don't. Anyway, we're 3 down here against their 3. I'm not sure where their 5th person is. There he is. Looks like he was roaming down also. The way that Tyrande's kit works right now, it is very sustainable. I mean, she is a healer. I believe that she can solo heal. She works incredibly well in double healer comps too, but she's got very gradual, very consistent healing. Not necessarily burst healing, but who cares at that point? Right now we're just trying to look for Arthas's root and his engage so we can follow up with the stun. I'm going to be honest with you, that's one thing I was failing kind of hard on in this match in particular, is keeping an eye out for his root while keeping everyone else healed up. mostly because there's just a lot of this kind of weird just skirmishy type fight. Never really, just both teams poking consistently at each other, and Malfurion is 100% out healing me in that regard because of the way that he can AoE heal and his heal over time, and the way that their team's just poised. Muradin can go in whenever he wants, and if Arthas doesn't catch someone hard and we kill them immediately with the Hunter's Mark, god damn it, sorry. If we don't kill a person like that immediately, then their team starts to pick up some momentum, and suddenly we all have to walk back because we lost our whole health bars in the botched engage. I went back because I had Dick for mana, and just like that, Genji dies as I return. I took the E stacking quest at 4 just because I was in the mindset that I need to land easy E's, but Arthas never really goes for roots. Like, I want Arthas to throw out a W every time it's possible. Even if you're just missing, that's fine. Because eventually you're going to hit one, and I'm going to hit a solid fucking E. I think it's around this point that I'm just like, fuck it. Arthas isn't going to do anything with his W, so it's going to be up to me to just start flinging E's out, getting some stacks. We cannot race here. Even with the additional damage that I can get our team with the Hunter's Mark, that's a Hanzo. And their team just does not give two fucks about the race. Good job, Genji. Doing Genji things. But we're definitely doing the right thing now, looking for kills. We are on the defensive in the majority of these objective fights. Luckily, our comp is kind of bursty. It's going to blow people up, especially if they're split up. We have Azul off-soaking basically this whole game. He doesn't go AFK, thank God, but he's just going to really sit down there. I guess his thinking is that he's not going to contribute anything to the Immortal race, so he's going to soak us XP. I'm okay with that. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know if that's the best use of your abilities. A lot of the CC that we have is really telegraphed, really easy for me to see. See, look at that stun removal. Go me! I'm so good. I know it was coming. It's really telegraphed though, and it should be really easy for me to land these E's, the arrow. But my team just doesn't go for them. Zul's soaking lane, so I can't get any use out of his bone prison, and then Arthas never hits his W key, so I can't get shit out of that. Enemy team has Hanzo, so they just get to run our Immortal down. 3-man stun, nice and simple. Didn't do anything with it, though, even with our buddies. I guess I don't know how Hanzo died there. But, anyway. Enemy team just slowly poking at our Immortal until it's dead. There's just nothing we can do about it at this point. They have infinitely more race than we do. We still just want the kills. We want to try and get the snowball ahead, but we're pretty committed to losing this at this point. And picking up an experience where we can. Luckily, that Zulsoak did come in super handy. Really did us some favors. We are about a level ahead right now, so the defense should be simple enough with Jaina, with Zul. Maybe not Zul. I guess the defense is mostly Jaina and my Hunter's Mark. We want to try and rip down the shield first before putting the Hunter's Mark on it, and then watching Genji go in. My whole team can get away from me really quickly because I want to be in the back. Genji wants to be ultra far forward. Arthas wants to slowly walk behind him, and Jaina wants to be in the back with me. But 3 people on our team like to rush super far in, so I have to be paying attention to them the whole time rather than focusing on objective or focusing on defense with my Jaina in the back. Nice easy camp call. It looks like the enemy team may want to fight us, but based on how these things have been going up to this point, we're pretty confident in our fight. Missed that E. Honestly, the E is one of the biggest detriments to my gameplay in this match. Being able to hit that more consistently is one of the reasons that I am not a good Tyrande player. Also, taking random poke damage from Asmo probably doesn't help. Oh, he went for it too. He went for it. I'm so happy that you're hitting your W. Even if you miss it, that's okay. That is okay. Right now, I'm just looking for cooldown reduction. I just want my Q back, and I took... Boom. I took Shadowstalk because I wasn't positive I was going to get a whole lot of traction out of Starfall. The enemy team, while they don't necessarily have escapes other than Muradin and Hanzo to get out of it, they don't bunch up a whole lot. Oh, look at that, getting a nice easy kill in the bottom lane. So Starfall, while it might hold a position very well, I thought that Shadowstalk would have more, more value in the sense of healing my team up when I can't reach them with my Q or my my 1. If you're not used to auto attacking or playing that type of hero, you're gonna have trouble with Tyrande because a lot of her kit is baked into her auto attacks. Like getting the cooldown for your 1, not your 1, your Q, using your 1. There's the Hunter's Mark. There's the stun. There's the root. Please tell me he dies. Thank you. That was everything we could put down on that Muradin, and holy fuck if it didn't take super long to kill him. As you can see though, our team, once we hit the CC, the damage just explodes. And then right now, I was not looking for the E in time, but we still got it. Put the Hunter's Mark down. No Hunter's Mark. Okay, I guess I couldn't get close enough to him.
Next time, run faster.
run faster. I did... The next couple talents in Tyrande Street, I'm not sure if they're the meta talents, but I ended up taking Hunter's Mark talents. One of them increases the range, and the other one makes basic attack splash. So, or maybe that is the same talent. I'm not sure. I don't play too much Tyrande. But I basically just wanted to build the Hunter's Mark as much as possible without sacrificing the heal at the healing options at the early game. Now the enemy team took down enough of the... They didn't take down enough. They didn't even take down halfway, but they still got a bunch of damage on our Immortal Shield. So we're going to want a 5-band heal with this. I'm going for the heals on the Zool. Bummer. Bummer. Still don't have too many stacks of our E built up, mainly because flinging random E's doesn't ever really build into much. You should really be using your E to follow up on CC. The stun that it provides is pretty short, and then the delay on it is insanely easy to dodge too. So if someone's looking for it, they're not going to get hit by it. And if you do manage to hit someone by it, your team, unless they're really good, isn't going to have the reaction time to follow up on it. That's why you want to put it on top of something. You're really increasing the length of a root or a stun. Please stop going in. Thank you. I know that you're a tank and you want to stand in front of everything. Zul pushing the top lane right now. He's probably about to get ganked and destroyed. I am throwing owls out to make sure that the camps are scouted. I don't want the enemy team thinking that they can just get away with it for free. So our team took the bottom camp while I went back for mana. And now there is a team fight brewing in the bottom lane. Just pitch another owl towards the camp, make sure they are not going for it. Did we live? We lived! Kinda. I'm coming. I have 40 seconds on my big-ass team heal. Scary. I will take some credit for that with the stun removal. She did not take the whole stun duration on that. Which probably gave her the ability to dodge that Asmo Q as well. And a nice, easy cleanup with Hunter's Mark on the Rainer, who has honestly no escape apart from walking left. And he wanted to shoot some more instead of doing that. So, pretty easy rotation to the camp, since they couldn't do it because we were looking at it. Get Zul healed up. I guess he's just going to go back to lane, which is fine. We're 3 levels up right now. Enemy team just does not have the ability to fight us. Even if they do put damage down on the Immortal, we're ready to react to it and kill them. Oh, I like that. Jaina's a Frostbolt build. Nice. Probably for easier damage on the Immortal. Zul went Poison Nova, I guess, which is fine. Skeletal Mages... I mean, I didn't take Starfall, so I guess he can get away with just as much of an argument for Poison Nova. I'm trying to get damage on the Immortal and at least get some cooldown reduction on McQ. My team just wants to kill people, and Zul just wants to push. So that would have been a good. I should have been with my tank there. He did land a super good W on the Hanzo. Oh my god! I couldn't remove any stuns because I was stunned as well. Genji going in for the kills though. He's dead. Yes. I didn't have a Q to take a stun off him anyway. But he did get the Murden kill. Why did Jaina die? I wasn't looking at her. The objective is more important at this moment. Zul, there's the gank that he should have gotten hit with earlier. 3 people top while we're just free farming the Immortal, which is, I guess, a decent trade. He's making some pretty good space for us. So his death timer, we basically traded for 20 seconds on Jaina and Genji and half the Immortal health. If the enemy team wants to right now, they can run at our Immortal, knock it down really fast with Hanzo, and call it a game. And that is what they're doing. Watch that health bar drop. Between me and Arthas, there is no way for us to keep this going, especially if Murden comes over here to just be an annoying asshole. That's fine. That's totally fine. We just wanted to knock the shields off as much as possible on the Immortal. In this instance, it may even go so far as to get a fort. I don't think it will get a keep. Like I said, our team is way better at fighting than these guys are. Where's the Shadow Stalk? There it is. But now we're on the same talent tier too, so we're going to have to lose at least a fort, I think. Also, one other thing, when you're using Elun's Chosen, the level 7 talent, it's just auto attacks, period. They don't have to be against heroes. I thought for the longest time it was just heroes. Genji going in. I can't even see him, so I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to defend the Immortal with the other members of our team. Looks like he's swinging around. Everybody pretty much full health. I don't know. See, and that's another problem. I used a just point blank E, and then Arthas landed a root, and I didn't have anything to follow up with. So, where I should have hit an E and a Hunter's Mark on his engage, I didn't have it because I was just doing random shit. But I got that blind one on, not blind, you know what I mean. I got that one on Hanzo, making it easy for Genji to clean up the kill. Nice easy camp call. Get the bottom lane pushed up, and then we could probably go move to our, I think the mercenary camp is better. Even with 2 down, Hanzo's going to be back soonish, and Asmo's right now. The keep play isn't doing much. Even with the goats, I don't think they're going to put enough pressure on it for us to get a whole lot of damage on this keep. But with the goats and the shamans and our whole team and a couple minions and Genji going in hard, just maybe, got the shadow stock because a couple of our teammates were really low, and then we're going to put the Elun's Chosen on fucking Zul because he was playing tank for some reason. Tank in his positioning, I mean, he was really fucking far forward. Jaina doing a fantastic job with her build, sitting as far back as I am, just putting out really consistent damage, really happy. Let's take a look at those numbers, actually. Jaina not doing as much as Genji. I am not doing as much as anybody, but putting out enough healing. We're about 15,000 above Malfurion, which is pretty crazy when you think about it. We're actually winning the race right now, even though the enemy team has a Hanzo. Now we want to fight. Looks like Arthas taking a lot of easy damage. He does not have any mana. Zul, wow, magically got his Poison Nova, and then Genji goes in for the E, gets the cleanups, just makes everybody fall apart. Get the heals, Genji, yeah! Got the stun on Hanzo again. Genji wants to keep going. I want Genji to keep going. Ta-da! We got the, everything that we needed there for that to work. Got the follow-up route from Arthas, got the no fear Genji dive, got the heals from our auto attacks, made sure he was gonna die. At 20 I took the talent that fires off a E after so many auto attacks. I don't know why Asmo... I don't understand what the fascination is with demonic invasion for Asmodan players. It does not make any sense to me. Maybe they thought that they were just gonna super hard push with Hyperion and demonic invasion, but it never worked. So, you know, okay. Again, we're just sitting back, getting auto attacks, trying to follow up with our stuns, trying to have stuns ready. Every time a random stun goes out, it forces the enemy team to react to it, and then every time I have some CC from my team, we can get that guaranteed follow-up because we're not wasting our E. Our team was a little bit too passive, I think, in this approach. I mean, it's going to pay off one way or another. We're 21, they're 18, but I don't think it should have taken this long. Got the stun. Zul with the root and the fucking... Oh my god, and the Poison Nova. It's just... I finished the quest too! Look at me, it's so good! Really, really fucking well done by this team. Genji in particular, watching for every amount of CC that came out. The Arthas roots, the Tyrande stuns, just everything was going his way, and he had an ult and an E for every single one of them. Followed by a couple kills. I don't honestly know why he isn't on the board. I know why I got MVP, because fuck yeah, I'm the best. But, yeah, I mean that went about how you'd expect, right? So here's the numbers. Genji had 15 kills and only 2 deaths with the most damage on the game. I don't get the MVP system. But at the same time, I had almost 20k more healing than Malfurion. Our team died a grand total of 6 times to their team's 28. Hanzo didn't kill a single person, and Raynor and Asmo definitely fed it. Looked like Murden did the same. Our whole objective in that game was just to make sure that the enemy team could not do all of the racing that they wanted on the Immortal, and make sure that they stayed behind an experience. Zool, while I may not agree with when he was doing it, did a really good job of soaking those other lanes, making shit work for our team, and making sure that we had the talent advantage in the majority of our fights. So our whole team had the confidence to step up, had the ability to lock down some of their heroes. With Raynor, Hanzo, Malfurion on their team, it was really easy to get those snap kills for Genji, and then Asmodean's got such a huge hits box, it's not difficult to kill him either. He did pretty fucking well in damage though, look at that. Oh, he topped the charts on everything, that's pretty sad. I feel for that guy. Yeah, that's a bummer. Anyway, that was Tyrande. Big takeaways from the games as Tyrande are making sure that your team has some solid CC for you to follow up on, and that they are using it often. Please, for the love of God, if you are a tank, use your CC. Make sure your team can kill people. As Tyrande, your job is to put it down right behind them, and then keep auto-attacking. Make sure that you are walking forward, getting the cooldown on your Q. That was one of the things I had in my head that whole game. I wanted to have the auto-attacks off, to have the Qs more often, and it did save a couple people at a couple situations, especially with the stun removal. And that's kind of another point to bring up with Tyrande. You really have to pay attention to what is going to come in from the enemy team. So you want to be looking at not only your tank CC targets, you want to be looking at the other team's tank and their CC target, especially if it's Muradin or ETC or a Nubarak, anybody with a hard stun who wants to engage on your team for their team. You need to be ready for that, for your heal to make bigger impact. So that was Tyrande. Let me know what you think. I enjoyed that game a lot. I hate playing support, but this one was actually pretty fun. Leave me a comment if you liked it. Leave me a comment if you have some other way to play this. If I built it weird, let me know. If you like this build better, I actually like the Hunter's Mark. I do. I enjoy it a lot. But anyway, thanks for hanging out and watching. Click them buttons if you feel like it. If not, go and have yourself a hootie-filled day.